Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. As always, I am DemonFire93, and last time we started the investigation for Sayaka's death, and came to the conclusion that it is most certainly Leon who did it. We're going to prove without a shadow of a doubt that it is, but first we have to go into the trash room, and Hifumi has the key, so...
You got it!
Okay, so easy! So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Come on, Hifumi, just open it up for me.
You would like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? But you know, when I look at it, it makes me think. He said that he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
Dude, I love Shawshank too, but can we get moving? Whatever, please just hurry up.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along.
No. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and get looking. Alright, this is the Incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now.
Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? I said turn the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? A fairy?
No, you just said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off, which means that somebody came down here since then.
Yes, about then. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely was not then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate...
Most suspicious.
It should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet...
So I mean, someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Incinerator's been added to the truth bullets. The green button turns it on, and the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems anyways. Hello. Oh, that's a part of Leon's cuff. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something.
A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love?
Anyway, looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence that the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullets. What about this? What the heck is this? There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some sort of kind of glass ball, like Hero's crystal ball? Just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand, like a baseball.
Is this
Perhaps that?
I figured it out.
Do you know what that is?
Or do you know what that is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish.
Oh, thank you. Dragon Ball reference.
Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hifumi. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. So, I figured it out. So,
This whole thing is quite strange indeed.
When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? I mean,
That's it. I'm sure
whoever
of
knows
it.
who did it, all the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. So what happened is, Cloth, it was Leon disposing of his evidence, grabbed Hero's crystal ball, threw the crystal ball at the, through the gate there at the green button to turn it on, which hit the button, shattered, and then threw his clothes, because he's a baseball star. So only he could throw something that good. Throw his clothes into the incinerator, and boom, there you go. That's how he disposed of the evidence without being inside the trash room. As for the rest of it, I'm not entirely certain. Why Leon killed her? Why exactly he, why her wrist was broken? Well, I'm guessing we're gonna figure that out in the trial, probably. Probably go over the events timeline. So she tried to use the sword as self-defense? Or he tried, I don't know. Hey Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here, gotta get out of here now! I've had enough, gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Huh? Hey Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, so is this look familiar? That's my crystal ball, but it's all smashed, what the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was this seriously all BS? Let's put all that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it on the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball has been added to the truth bullets. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 years came out to be like a million yen? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Alright. Last thing to do. Well, 2 last things to do. I want to figure this out here. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go! To the dorms. And from the dorms. Kyoko! There was a thing I didn't talk to you about. Damn it. Fine. What was I doing again? Oh, right. Yeah. I can't talk to Kyoko anymore. Clearly, it's the AV room. Now let's watch her video then. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Saiga threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play, and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image suddenly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert, and standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Makoto, it's your sister, Saiga. She was there, along with her friends she had said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girls pop band.
That we won't name here because we don't have an actual name for them.
For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Find out the answer after graduation. Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everybody knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? I believe I found all of our clues, so ding dong bing bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Okay.
It's time for the long-awaited
Class
trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings.
Is it the red door? I bet it's the red door.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I knew it. Someone said you had to appoint a location. It said to be somewhere we hadn't been yet.
See you soon!
Alright. Going to the red door on the first floor. Red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Anybody else with me? Just me? Alright, I guess I'll go. Hi, everybody. Yo! You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered, all that murdering that you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer whose name starts with an L, and then an E, and then an O, and ends with an N? I don't know. Could it be Byakuya? Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Alright. Kyoko, I still have something to talk to you about. Let's get started. Got it! Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Hey, there's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing,
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I tell you, I didn't do it. Mondo?
What?
So whoever stuck here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Stuck us here. Shihiro? I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Well, let us begin. I didn't mean to do that.
Indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite
Makoto.
right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case for yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is, who's named Leon. As I raise my voice and try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed, and the elevator started to move. Alright, piece of shit. The steel box descended, with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more than a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Oh my! You finally arrived! Ta-da! What do you think? Does it not did it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. Even though they weren't seats, they were podiums for us to stand. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Leon, and so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Oh boy, pre-trial prep. Yes. Okay. Open the e-handbook, truth bullets. All of them. I think I figured out most of it, so. Yeah, let's go to the presents. That makes total sense. Skills. Do I have any skills? Melodious voice. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Costs 3 SP. Sure. That's the only one I got, so I guess... Just finish preparations. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
All right.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Sayaka and
What's
Junko?
going on with those pictures?
Yeah.
I feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Okay then.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay,
Hell out
but
of the
what
gutter.
about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Is there a 16th seat?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Are there 16 students? Is there somebody we didn't, like, somebody
Okay.
we didn't know?
That about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
And go!
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
If you insist. It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak out, or will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions, buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse button to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh boy. Class trial begin.
Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle, okay?
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Got it.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Sure.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Oh, that's where. And they
No, it's wrong.
I can refute things easily when they actually,
Just a
have them the right
second,
color.
Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
It was spotless.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yeah.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Leon and Sayaka.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Wouldn't it
So
be
you're
interesting
saying
had
Sayaka
Junko been the
wasn't
killer?
caught by surprise in the bathroom?
And then Monokuma killed her?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Correct.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene.
Exactly.
It shouldn't even need explaining.
Pretty much.
Sorry.
No worries, Chihiro.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
The murder weapon was the knife, obviously. You need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Okay? Make your argument. Non-stop debates. Kitchen knife set. Clearly.
So what was used to kill her?
Bang, bang, bang.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that?
I just wanted to know what he had to
Son
say
of
on
a
the last line.
bitch!
Because the object that was thrust into Sayaka's stomach, it was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong. Counter.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
I didn't push it through that far. I mean, Leon didn't push it through that far. I mean, the killer didn't push it through that far.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right.
Of course.
Makoto's room was the scene
Person
of the
to push
crime.
blame
What
is
more
the
proof
person
do
who
you
is the actual
need?
killer.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Yeah. She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down, so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Can't see the music. Oh, he's a count. He doesn't count. Sorry.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
He's still not
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
But everybody
And then he
knows
went and
was in the
stabbed
dining hall.
Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
May have not. Some way to prove I didn't take the knife, the person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do it.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
I'm trying to fast forward.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong.
Break your arm.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
I'm not the killer, 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 I'm not the killer,
Well,
I'm not the killer, I'm not the
what
killer,
if
I'm
I
not
have
the
a
killer,
witness?
I'm not the killer, I'm not the killer, I'm not the killer. There you go.
What do you think,
said it all.
Ina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Who is the person who took the knife? Come on. Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives is gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So, who came into the dining hall?
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
Did you ever see Leon come into the dining hall?
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Okay.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
So,
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
the idiot swimmer girl.
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Good question.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So, being an accomplice does not have any benefits.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Right.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Well, that means there's going to be some in other cases in the future. Thank you for just putting that
Did
through.
I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to
makes
the
it so we
dining
don't
hall,
go
and I
talk in
didn't take
circles.
the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Alright,
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seemed the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Who took the knife? Hina?
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
I was with her.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Oh my god. Sorry. So who came into the dining hall and took the knife, then, you idiots?
I
Just
hate
get
to have
that.
to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's... Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
We were making out.
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means, we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No, that's exactly how Saika and I switched our rooms.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned rooms, so
Exactly.
I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Sakura's a girl.
It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of
Nice.
you, then what other
Good job,
possibility
Taka.
is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Right. We'll find out next time. See you guys.